Today's a good buying day. Good morning. VSTE is moving right now. It's up 180% in the pre-market. It's extended at the moment though. I didn't trade the front end of this move. I don't like trading this early. But it's been given nice 5-minute setups. It just broke out over like this $3 area all the way up to 4. VSTE. Victor Sam Tom Echo. But more or less, I'm waiting for the next one now. Every day I put my scanners on. I got 2 different paid scanners that I run, and I just catch whatever's breaking in the morning. And I set up on it for the open for a gap and go strategy. If you guys know who Ross Cameron and Warrior Trading, that's what I'm trading right now. Thank you, Ross. Today's a good day to buy some XRP. It's not financial advice. I doubt we'll see 190 or a dip that low again. That shit got bought up real quick when it dipped under 2. But just remember, I don't care if you're talking about securities, right? If you're talking about commodities, like nothing goes straight up. You know, you need healthy corrections, and also in the in particular like the crypto world, they like to print big, like a 20-30% correction right before they print a big green candle. They're gonna shake out any weak hands that are FOMO in at the top. So right now, I'm focused on the stock market. I don't day trade cryptocurrency. I invest in it, the dollar cost average, things like that. So I'm not. I do have a Phantom wallet. I have a cold wallet. I use Ledger. I started with Robinhood about 5 years ago and learned a lot of hard lessons in my first bull run. I let life-changing money slip through my hands, not knowing what I was doing. I wanted to trade the market. I wanted to be a day trader. I kept moving money around. I didn't understand the difference between day trading and investing. There's a distinct, huge difference. Different variables, different tools, different requirements, different knowledge. But I was so early into money and finance and recovery for that matter, and my own character traits and defects and learning disabilities, right, that were all masked by drugs. Now it's all coming full circle. So hang out with me, come make some money. What options you got in for today? I don't play options. I'm a breakout trader, right? So I got scanners running. You'll hear them in a second, but picture it like this. I'm looking to buy a stock at $3.80 and sell it at 4. Right? I'm looking for 20 cents at a time. With 1,000 shares, it's $200. 10,000 shares, it's $2,000. So if you're new, if you're beginning, I suggest you don't worry about how much money. I know you want to make money. You think this is easy. If you want to gamble, go gamble. You hear me? I did it for 2 years before I could admit it to myself. I was just gambling at the height of a bull run and getting lucky. So, and guess what? 2 years later, my fucking luck ran out and I started losing money. So, I got trade ideas and a news scanner, Benzinga Squawk, it's called. KALV. So one is like a radar detector, right? It's gonna call anything breaking through its high a day, and the other one is a news scanner. He's gonna read the breaking news as it gets released on the news wire. So YHC. Congrats, man. Congrats. Make sure you know about, if you're new, I don't know if you know anything about short-term capital gains or long-term right? The wash sale rule. Make sure you understand your tax burden as well. Because again, it's easy to make money when everything's going up. Promise you. Look at NUKK. That's what we were trading yesterday. Shout out to my team. Anybody who stuck with it after I went to work. We caught it early, right? This is what we do every day, and this is what we're looking for, right? This is market hours. This is market, after hours, pre-market. Market, after hours, pre-market, right? So during the pre-market yesterday, right? Boom, pops up on the scanner, NUKK, right? We waited for the pullback. We take a VWAP reclaim, right? And then we scale out through this whole thing if you're trading right. But again, I'm looking for 20 cents at a time. Look how high I had to swing from $2 up to $24. It made a new high this morning in the pre-market. So, but these are the type of moves we're trying to catch. You don't see this every day. This is 1,000% move in one day. You hear me? So from $2 to $24. This is the kind of momentum, the kind of shit we're trying to catch on a daily basis. So I appreciate the follows, the likes. Let me get dialed in instead of trying to qualify and I'm just gonna show you money. VSTE is up almost 200%, right? It's working on one of my favorite price levels right now. I like from the 80 cent to the whole dollar. So, but because this is so far, it's like I feel like the front end of the move is done. It's up 200%. It's got to pull back and come back down to to VWAP in order for me to be a buyer or make a new high. And I might scalp it. What do I use to trade? I use DAS Trader Pro. This is what I still use. Like, so the first platform I started on, which I don't recommend people use, is Robinhood. It's more for gamblers. They make it so easy to use. You don't really have to know shit. You can just press buy. And but this is Thinkorswim. This is what I still use to look at and watch the markets. This is called DAS Trader Pro. This is what I use to execute my trades. And an offshore account, so I don't have to worry about the PDT rule. I get 6 times leverage. And I'm able to trade from 4 a.m. until 8 p.m. Hey, I'm new here. All these stocks you're looking at? Yeah, these are stocks. So if you're brand new, write this down. I'll give you a second. His name is Ross Cameron. Warrior Trading. That's the strategy you're watching right now. So thank you, Ross Cameron. Crypto's pulling back today. This is the type of stuff where you don't buy and chase big green candles if you're looking to enter. These are called buying opportunities. So, not financial advice. Do your own research. My biggest bag is XRP. XLM. GW. How much can I use to start trading? 0 money. Start with $0. You hear me? Download Thinkorswim. This platform is free, and it's got a simulator built right into it. You can start practicing for free. Again, if you want to gamble, see what's going to happen, and this is what they didn't tell me and articulate. Starting a simulator. I don't listen to directions. I don't follow rules. What they didn't articulate was that if you just put money in the market and start making money right away, you're going to build a bunch of bad habits, reinforce bad habits that will cost you money. So you're going to pay your tuition one way or the other. So I don't use Webull. A lot of people in this chat do, and they love it. So if that's, if you're looking to start, maybe that's the one to start on is Webull. Thinkorswim's a little more complicated. But along the way, you should be learning both because, again, I'm 5 years into this. I still use this because it's such a powerful tool. It's got scanners, TV, a newswire. You can trade options, OTC tickers, like YHC. And the personalization of it, right? Learning how to set it up and personalize it is going to help you on a direct platform, or they're all kind of set up very similarly. It's one big box with a bunch of little boxes inside of it that you can then personalize and activate or deactivate different things. ACHR. Every line, every tool, you got to personalize it all. It comes out of the box, not geared for day trading. So people use it for investing. Yeah, I'm talking about Thinkorswim. TOS, Thinkorswim. It's from Charles Schwab now. It used to be TD Ameritrade. All right. SKYT. Basically from there, like before I had all these scanners and I paid for shit, what I would do every morning, and I got a playlist on my page called Trading for Beginners, right? Started it maybe 4 years ago. But before I had, scanners and I paid for stuff, I'd come to Google. This is the website you want to check every morning, right? So you come here. VCIG. It's free. Now, this website has a back end, right? You can log in and pay for what's called Benzinga Pro. And one of the things inside of one of the tools inside of Benzinga Pro is the news scanner that you'll hear eventually, starting probably around any minute. There's going to be a gentleman that's going to start reading the headlines. AISP. And that's a paid feature. And the other one is the trade ideas scanner. So, but full disclosure, I don't pay trade ideas. It's $180 a month for a trade ideas scanner. Years ago in my journey, I was scouring YouTube trying to learn how to become a billionaire. And, one of the channels I came across is right here called Precision Day Trading. And these scanners are the same exact scanners that I'm listening to, that you hear live, but they're just delayed on here by a few minutes. The paid version, is where I'm at in the Discord. I pay somebody else, a discounted price. I think I pay $100 a year to be in this Discord, which I'm basically in. Although I love the community, I love the commentators. I've been with them since 2020. I'm pretty much just in there so I can get trade ideas for $100 a year instead of $100 a month. So I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm not trying to charge you guys. I'm not trying to make money off you. I'm trying to help you. I want to make you a millionaire. You hear me? I'm trying to become a millionaire. I figure if I give it away, if we all become millionaires, what kind of community are we're gonna create? You hear me? So follow me. We're still early. You're still early in crypto. You're still early. You're right on time. So don't look them at as currencies. These are technologies, okay, that are disrupting the entire world. They're going to change the way everything works, from the way money moves to the way our genetic data is tracked and stored, shipping, receiving. I promise you, all this white noise about drones on the internet, they're just testing the new system. If you need a blood transfusion, it's going to be dropped off by a drone. You hear me? Most of commerce, it's all going to be in the skies, going at all different, because they got algorithms and computers to track all the shit in real time now. They're testing the new trade routes between New Jersey and Baltimore. So don't be distracted. Follow the money. Crypto is like 3.7 trillion total. It took 12 years to put 3.7 trillion dollars into crypto across 30,000 different competing technologies, okay? The difference now coming into this new year, one of them has legal precedent, has legal clarity, has a brand new stable coin. All right, so now you're going to see institutional money. It's been the people's money, retail, up until this point. Now you're going to see more institutional money flood in all at once. CXAI. And I say this. ACHR, which is responsible for moving all money across borders right now, right? 20,000 different partnership. $5 trillion a day they settle, okay? And they don't have instant settlement. It's slow still. It's expensive. When I got to wire money offshore, I got to have my money in by 2 p.m. They still hold it till 9 a.m. the next day. That is about to change. It's going to be an instant settlement system. So do your research. I did what you said and watch Warrior Trading, looking at Benzinga. Nice. Look at how much did he make yesterday? 50 racks? 50,000 or something like that? His recaps will help you stay in tune with the current market. And then when the market's closed, he has hundreds, if not thousands, of videos for beginner traders that you will benefit from. So Swift is done for sure. Do your own research, but again, you're early. You're right on time. So there's no reason with creators like myself and Ross Cameron that you can't be better at taking directions and listening and shorten your learning curve from 5 years to 6 months or a year. Just be realistic. Professionals go to school for how long, right? 8 years, 12? So how much time are you willing to invest into your education before you see a return? If it was easy, everybody would be a millionaire. Everybody would day trade and be rich. You know what I'm saying? So you got to start building the skills, have realistic expectations, realistic timelines. You got to understand this is money. This is the way the world really operates. Big cycles, small cycles, bull runs, bear markets. It's all tied to interest rates, the M1 money supply. You got to start learning about money and business, specifically the way businesses scale, the way businesses grow. It's all changing. Where it used to be, this market and IPOs and then it became SPAC market. It's going into blockchain technology. So I definitely need a cut. I just don't care about things like that anymore. Like I literally work all day here, and then I go to work all day for somebody else, and I come home and work all night, and it's just a repetition. I don't have a social life. I don't want to go out. There's nothing I can do or experience that I haven't already experienced until I'm a millionaire. There's nothing. It's work. I partied all my 20s. My 30s have been spent working. I'm about to be 40 this year. I'm planning on retiring. You hear me? So we'll see how it goes. I figured out how to provide for myself for the rest of my life in any market condition. As long as there's power and internet, and guess what happened? The way life had it, the last 2 years, I lost the ability to trade, and God forbid we ever go the other way due to a solar flare or some crazy catalyst that causes us to go back to the stone. I can build houses from the ground up now. So I'll be able to provide in that fucking world too, because as far as I know, they still don't have robots with hands, right? And if we go the other way, I'll be able to thrive in that society as well. But I'm convinced technology will only continue to be adopted. We're not going back to the Stone Age, right? The people who really run all this shit and control the world, they own everything. They're not going to push the button yet and reset it. Why would they? They control the media, they own all the land, they own all the businesses. So we're not there yet where it's back to the Stone Age and starting overtime. We're going to go into the George Jetsons. You know, there's going to our skies are going to be flooded with drones. So they're going to test it with commercial. They're testing it now, but it's going to launch initially for military and commercial use, hospitals, Amazon. So when you order something from Amazon, it's going to be dropped off by a drone pretty damn soon. Within the next 2 years, it's already pretty much the rest of the world. Japan, China, they got fully automated hotels and fully automated businesses. We're the ones that are lacking.
ESPR.
So, but allegedly, Trump's about to change all that. All these billionaires that just got elected and getting put in office here, we'll see if they're for the people, if they're for the other side. So, my suggestion, you hop on to one of these assets now before it's too late, because there will be kings and there will be peasants, unfortunately. We will own nothing and be happy. I think that's the motto that they came out with at the World Economic Forum. I got my eye on NUKK because this thing, when I tell you we were on this thing, I caught it at the open. You know, something laughable. I think I walked away with $50 yesterday, but I was in the red for a little bit, so I was happy to walk away green. But anybody who stuck around for another hour or two, this thing went up 1,000%. So hasn't come down. It actually made a new high this morning. So we most likely will see some continuation on NUKK.
WLDS.
How can they do all that without raising inflation? I don't remember what I was talking about, but you have to refresh. Once I move on, it's gone. But basically, just understand this: since they bailed the banks out in 2008,
CXAI.
didn't let it collapse and like it should have, and then all these banks turned around and just gave themselves bonuses and fucked over the people even more. It hasn't ended, and now they have to keep printing money, because if they don't, our economy will fail. Right? If they raise interest rates, we will default. In America, the corporate will default on its debt. And pretty much we have the largest consumer economy in the world. Everybody else sells their shit here too. So if our economy fails, so they're not going to let it fail. They can't. Right? So what are they going to do? They're going to put it all on crypto. They're gonna paint Visa in the old financial system, the old banking, the private ledgers and the shady business practices as the scapegoat, right? Look into the antitrust lawsuit going on right now against Visa, and coincidentally, Nancy Pelosi unloaded her Visa position the day before that lawsuit got announced. But look into that, and then just try to brainstorm and think outside the box. Read between the lines what's going on, because it's right in front of you. It's been right in front of me since I started looking into the SEC Ripple lawsuit and started looking at it from the perspective like, why is Ethereum allowed to go up to 200, 2,000, right? Bitcoin went up to 20,000 and 60, but they've been battling the SEC, and guess what? On the other side of that, they fucking won, and bro is stepping down. So XRP, I think, is the only level 1 technology that's really affordable for the everyday, you know. So I don't know. All I know yesterday for a fact, look at this one, and this is when I tell you, I'm not trying to like read the story. I'm trying to solve the problem, figure out the story. Like same thing when I'm watching like a movie or a. So I'm asking Chat GPT some questions yesterday, right? I'm trying to understand why there's a private ledger and a public ledger and what that means for XRP. But look at this one. On November. So these are all the glitches. I'm trying to understand. Have you ever heard a glitch like where these two I could kind of walk away from it and explain, but this one that happened in November of 2024, XRP's price briefly exceeded 100,000 on 18 major currency exchanges. Coinbase, Binance, right? It's happened a couple other times, but it was only on Kraken but on 18 different exchanges. So I don't know if Ripple's still selling into these pops. An event. I don't know what to make of this, but this I keep circling back to this, and I'm telling you, if Bitcoin can be 100,000, I've put different scenarios. So right now, at the current, hold on, I got to dial back in this market. Basically, it has to be a certain amount to settle the amount of trade. It's not a security, right? It's not how many shares available times the price to get market cap, like, it's literally how much. If Swift is settling $5 trillion a day, how much does XRP have to be to settle that amount? And I keep coming up with different answers, about 100. It depends how many XRP are in circulation, what the liquidity is. So I don't know what to make of these glitches. I just find it awfully suspicious. So we'll see. Don't ever sell your whole position in one day. Don't ever buy your whole position in one day. Dollar cost average. Always hold a moon bag, right? You think anybody that bought Bitcoin at 6 cents thought it would be 100,000 for one? You ever see the pizza? He used 10,000 Bitcoins to buy a pizza. I bet you that pizza shop guy, and I'm pretty sure he sold all his shit. He had 10,000. A pizza shop owner forgot about him 10 years later. Finds out he has, and Bitcoin popped up. I think he sold it either 20,000 or 40 or 60. And why wouldn't you? But do you think he had any education or foresight? Do you think he just hit the lotto and wanted to take before it goes to zero? Or do you think he held on to 100, 1,000, 2? You think he held 2? No, fuck no. He took all his money and ran, as he should have. Probably made 100 million. But my point is, he could have made 100 billion. You know what I'm saying? So always hold a moon bag, because one of these technologies will replace Bitcoin. I don't give a fuck what Michael Saylor says. So it's already old. It's already slow. Too expensive. Same thing with Ethereum. I tried to dollar cost average into one of my positions the other day. It would have cost me more money to make the trade than the actual value of the asset I was buying. So bought in Ethereum 17 to 120. Did you hold any? Did you hold a moon bag that you could borrow against or stake? Or, you know what I mean? Like, probably, I'm asking. I'm not, they're going to blame it all on Trump. Yeah. Well, understand this. In 2008, the derivatives market was here with like one new product called mortgage-backed securities. When I tell you the derivatives market now is like here, there's like 500 billion in unrealized losses. And a lot of these numbers have been inflated. The economy's been shit for a long time. It's all bullshit. So I don't know. But just know this, when the whole markets do run, crypto will dump too. The difference this time, I think crypto's gonna bounce like it never bounced. But I don't know. They're gonna shake retail. They're not gonna make it easy on us. So BTDR. Nice. God bless you. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. I'm looking to build with people like you, because I wasn't paying attention early enough. And I know a lot of people can say anything, but don't worry, guys. I got my scanners on. My eyes are still scanning. But I just want to point out that in the beginning, I got involved as an investor, right? I wanted to understand my 401k. I wanted to retire. It just so happened in that time, 2020 happened. And then a lot of people don't know that Trump made an executive order that allowed us to withdraw up to 100,000 of that 401k, penalty free and tax free, right? Because of everything that was going on. Look at Doge right now. But I thought back then that crypto was a scam. It was a Ponzi scheme. You know, this was the time. Who was that guy that giant Ponzi that went? I forgot his name. He's famous. You know, he's in. Anyway, Bernie Madoff, was that his name? Anyway, so I thought crypto was like the same thing, but I did eventually just take a gamble. At one point, I owned 186,000 Dogecoins. I got in under a penny, but because I wanted to be a day trader so bad, and I hadn't yet figured out the difference between day trading and I couldn't leave it alone, right? So I've been involved for a little bit. Now that I'm paying attention, I don't plan to make the same mistakes. My biggest bag is XRP, XLM. I'm in Tron, BitTorrent. Um, People trying to decentralize the internet. Two competing technologies that are now working together. And most recently got involved in memes. You know, I have Peppy. I've been in Peppy early. I made a lot of money on Shiba. I still own some Shiba. VSTE's breaking out over 4. PLRZ's popping up as well. VST. It's still early. I'm not. I got a personal rule where I don't push the button. I'm not allowed to trade till at least 7. So sometimes the volume tends to come in a little earlier. I'll miss the 4 a.m. rush. Anything that comes at maybe 6. But the good volume and the good headlines, 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 8:30, like closer to 9. And oftentimes, if I start creating a bias or I fall in love, I'm chasing something too early, I miss something really good that comes out, you know, at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. Like, look at NUKK, you know, yesterday, it made a great move in the pre-market, but it made an even more wild, substantial short squeeze, you know, during the market hours. So, hold on, but I forgot where I was going. I got into meme coins 3 weeks ago. So I realized like you can't ignore memes. I've been in, but I used KuCoin. So I would on ramp through Robinhood because it's instant. I would off ramp to KuCoin, and that's where I bought my altcoins. But then they took KuCoin. So I eventually once I missed Peanut, once I missed Bonk, Nero, then I missed Chill Guy. I'm like, fuck, man, I better figure out how to use a hot wallet because up until this point, I depended on exchanges. I'm so overwhelmed learning systems and softwares between DOS and Thinkorswim and this and that, social media, my regular job. I'm like, I don't feel safe. I don't know computers, and I'm worried I'm going to like click a wrong button and lose my whole life. So I just used exchanges because it was the safest way for me. Now I have an air-gapped computer. This is the only computer I use for crypto. I use it for trading. I don't surf the internet. I don't email or scroll, nothing. So now I felt, say, okay, I figured out Phantom. I downloaded Phantom Wallet, and I put a couple dollars in Solana, and now I hold 3 meme coins. So 2 of them are community takeovers. One of them pumped already, and I missed it by a week. So I'm hoping it bounced. I bought the dip. And the other one is a community that I just really like. I love the coin. They got hundreds and hundreds of thousands of followers through their social media accounts. It's MAD. Stands for Memes After Dark. Go look into them. Not financial advice. That's one of the projects I'm in. PLRZ is looking pretty good right now. I don't like these sub $2 stocks, but it might not be a sub $2 stock for long. So let's dial in on this one. It just broke out over this 150 level. Yesterday's pre-market high. There's 180, 185. What's the float? First thing I'm always going to do, and before I can trade anything, I need to know how many shares are available. That's the most important thing, PLRZ, because it comes down to relative volume. My plays and technical analysis, scalp trading, it only works when the stock has a lot of volume and it has a big inequality between the supply and demand. What? So mad people want it, but there's not enough of it to go around, which causes the stock to go up. If it's got good news and people want it, but there's billions or hundreds of millions of it available, there's there's no inequality. There's plenty of it, so they just sell, right? So,
TDOC.
and as an example, right now, PLRZ. Oh, this is the wrong camera. PLRZ's got about 4 million shares in the flow. It's already got almost 2 million shares of volume. So, and look at that, it's up 50%. So half the float has changed hands already. You know, oftentimes if stocks got less than a million, or the whole float will change hands 10 times, 20 times. Look, how many times did the float change hands yesterday for what was it? NUKK. So high demand, low supply causes the stock to go up on good news. There needs to be a news catalyst as well. Not always. That old adage, buy the rumor, sell the news. Sometimes the volume and the momentum in it of itself is the catalyst. But for the most part, I like to know why the stock is moving, because then I feel more comfortable that other buyers are going to be stepping in at these key levels. You know, if I don't know why, the other guy doesn't know why. The other, you know, so I'm less confident that people will step in to buy those breakouts. EFSH looks like it's wanting to go. What up, Lou? EFSH. Popped up in after hours yesterday. Didn't make a new high this. Oh no, that is a new high to this morning. All right, so it made a new high this morning. It's now going sideways and consolidating. I don't trade these sub $2 stocks, but definitely is setting up. That might be a valid play. Let me check the float for you. What was it? EFSH. Yeah.
WLDS.
Float. See if PLRZ can go from 180 to 2 here. It's usually my favorite entry right here, but not on sub $2 stocks for this reason. But it does appear to be getting tight. I want to see, can it take out 2? Can 2 become support? Look into VET. Top 25 holder in Peanut. Congrats, man. And had I had access to KuCoin back then, or invested time into a hot wallet or anything. And now, full disclosure, I also just got maybe you guys could tell me which one is better. I got 2 different. I want to get a wallet for the XRP ledger. So there's 2 different ones that I'm looking into. One's called the XRP wallet. The other one's called like X. It used to be called XUMM. They changed the name. I don't know which one is better. So I'm looking for advice. But I scalp the markets like this daily, and my goal is to funnel all my earnings, or a good portion of them, because I'm not living off of this money. This is the money I'm buying crypto with. I invest in dollar cost average crypto. I don't try to scalp. Like let's say I had $500 sitting in my checking account right now that I didn't need. Today's the day I would be buying. So XRP, XL, anything in the red right now. I would try to wait and see, when the selling stops.
CXAI.
But even like if I'm planning on buying, I'll put a couple dollars in the morning, late. I don't put it all in at once. I've learned the hard way. And I've also learned the hard way, taking all my money out and waiting for the dip to push it all back in, and it just never did. I mistimed it. Zaman. That's what it's called. Is that the one you recommend? Over the XRP, it's literally just called XRP Wallet. Was the only other one I saw in the Apple Store. But I got my XRP in a ledger, but I plan on, that's like gonna be my long term. I don't care about those. I'm gonna borrow against them one day or do some other thing. But here comes $2 for PLRZ. It looks like there's 90, 92, 93. $2 is still resistance. But I'm gonna buy more. I'm gonna keep buying. especially while it's
PRFX.
still under its all-time high. But even when we're through all-time highs, I don't have 50,000. They've both been out. They I don't have 10,000 of them. I should. I'm a fucking idiot. I didn't take my own advice over this whole bear market. But I was also homeless, living in my car, hand to mouth. 2 years in, it was a conscious decision in the beginning. I chose to camp in my WRX all over my state when I was swinging a hammer as a carpenter. I was outside in the elements all day. Like I'm like, commuting an hour and a half to the jobs. I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. I moved all my shit into storage and I started sleeping in my car right on the job site. We're building houses on the beach. I'm in $10 million mansions and I'm like, I'm just hanging out in those areas. And now, 2 years later, I'm like, I technically, I don't even want to leave my state anymore. I just want to have a winter home in the South. But I forgot where I was going with that. Fuck it. I lost it. I saw a squirrel. Luckily for me, while I was out there, I got hit by a car. And right when I was out of options, out of plays, due to poor decision making early in recovery, suffering consequences, learning lessons. Right when I was
FEM.
out of moves and where I would normally decide to be a criminal again to survive and do what I had to do, I submitted this time. And I put it up to God and I prayed and asked for help. And when I tell you, that same fucking day, my lawyer called me and told me that my lawsuit settled. So I still had to sweat 5 more weeks for that check. He told me my check would be here in a week. It took 5. And the whole time I thought the worst. I was trying to control my thoughts and but I thought my state was going to charge me cost of incarceration. I thought Capital One was going to step in and I thought everybody was going to have their hands on my money before me. What I didn't know then, and I'll share this with you, personal injury money they cannot fucking touch. And it's tax free. So I don't know how I landed on that one. So then when I finally got the money, I was like, shit, I did it. I did all the math. I could have paid all my lenders back and been
Indo.
left with $2,000. And I was like, shit. So I talked to a bankruptcy lawyer who was like, oh, yeah,
Black.
you can actually spend almost all of this and still file bankruptcy. You can spend 14,000 on furniture. You can put 14,000 in a savings account, blah, 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 blah. And then file bank. And I was like, I decided not to. I'm like, fuck it. Maybe I could just pay all this off. Maybe I could create a company
You.
and purchase all my own debt for pennies on the dollar. I then instead took that lawsuit money and made myself safe. I got a car, got an apartment, furnished it, put some money in crypto, put some money in an offshore account, um, spread
L.
it around. It doesn't go
FCEL.
far, especially when you're
FCEL.
not working. I wasn't working for about 8 months. I was also living off of that money. But I made sure I put it all on me, all of it. And now I just recently started looking into my credit and I'm getting ready to try to settle with these
Kappa.
people and
Cent.
it's all gone. I don't know what happened. It was written off as profit loss. It's not on my credit report. I don't know what I don't know. So you know what? I'm just going. When the money comes, I'll worry about it. I'm gonna try to shelter it under a trust and have I don't know if it's gonna be an S corp, a C corp, 501c, different businesses all under an umbrella. I can't worry about that yet. I'm still poor, so I just got to worry about getting 20 cents out of the market at a time, and the other shit will fall into place. So I've learned to stop trying to control I can only just react and choose how I react. God keeps showing me that I'm not driving, unfortunately. Every time I try to grab the wheel, I hit the fucking wall. So I'm letting him drive now, and I'm just hanging on for the ride. I'm trying to enjoy the ride and enjoy the show. I'm trying to share the show with you guys because it's a shit show. You can't write a better movie than our real life now. So, Zaman wallet. 10 minutes till 7 a.m. I'm anticipating some good news. One of these stocks today, whether it's NUKK for continuation, PLRZ looks like it wants to go over to. Nothing else on my radar yet, really.
PRFX. VEA.
PRZO, ZEO, VSTE, VSTE. Did I talk about that one yet? That's another one moving. But I missed like the whole front end of the move, and I'm not, unless it comes back to
PRSO,
296 like VWAP.
HKD.
I'm not a buyer up here. Here comes PLRZ. Where do you want to go? What's up?
Note.
What's up with you?
WLDS.
Daddy's working. There's $2.
Did she go?
They both have been out, yeah. Both of them pooped too. So that's why I know they're bluffing. They just want to PLAY. We gotta spell things out because our dogs speak English. I think they're learning how to spell too now. She'll look at me and turn her head. Like, I know what you said.
PACB.
What you said. Do we have dog people in the chat? Are we dog people? Can you go over what you're using again? Left screen and right? Yeah. So this is called Thinkorswim. This is what I use to watch and to use my indicators, these little tools, So I use a 9 and a 20 exponential moving average. Hold on. So this is Thinkorswim. This is Dash Trader Pro. Free. This costs money. But like the tools that this one has compared to this is made to get in and out of the market fast and accurate. And it gives you the ability to do that with hotkey. Like you can write and build functions into the buttons that you would otherwise have to click and do this and that. Like I can hit one button and it does 5 different things. It'll set a stop loss, a target order, and it'll figure out how many shares to buy and risk a certain amount. So I have my button set up to risk $100 to make $300, and it does it all with the push of one button. So not during pre-market though. So pre-market I have an entire different set of keys that I use because stop losses don't work.
Stop.
Market orders don't fill.
She's looking at me crying. I didn't even do nothing.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. What's wrong? Are you hungry? What's up with you? You guys want some food? Huh? Come on, let Daddy feed you. I don't have any levels to go off except 213 looks like it's support now, and then 321. So I don't know. There's no other. This may have room all the way up to 320 here. So I don't see any resistance levels between here and there. So not in the last year. Let me look back 4 years. This is 4 years. This is a newer stock. So this thing came out in November. It hasn't even been trading for 200 days yet. So I think this is a blue sky setup. That's what it's looking like. Over 321. Up 100%. It's got a headline out. This might be the play, ladies and gentlemen. The engagement with the EUBA's manufacturing, blah, blah, blah. Clinical trial, December 18th. Specializing in European-based good manufacturer collaboration.
SKYT.
With this agreement. I don't understand this. Well, at least it's got a headline out. You got food in your bowl, both of you. I don't have any pumpkin, I'm sorry. Daddy's all out of pumpkin. We gotta go grocery shopping. We're poor. We're wealthy, poor people. Just like I was skinny fat my whole life. Looked like Roger from American Dad.
REKR.
I was all gut. No
You never looked like that.
no shoulders.
Bro,
You did.
Crazy.
You did. You weren't around in my early 20s. And in prison. I ballooned up to 209 in prison at one point. I was 209 pounds.
I've known you since Mason was like 1 year.
Yeah, that's, well, we met each other when we were going 100, so
Veru.
I wasn't eating 3 square meals a day when I met you. But hold on. XRP and H bar now working with Chainlink there. Yeah, I think I think there's 7 of them. Any ISO, even Ethereum now, I think is, but Algorand, H bar, Cardano, XEC, XDC, XRP, XLM, um probably missing 1 or 2. H bar. But yeah, any ISO 200 compliant. Because think about it, right? While XRP I think will be the glue to make them all work well. Like one of them's gonna be used for T-bills. One of them's gonna be used for like commodities like gold and silver. Another one's gonna be they're gonna have their function. So this thing's going straight up. Lot of volume. It's hard to borrow. I'll be more interested from 280 to 3 rather than like 240 to 260 or 2. I don't like using just a random 20 cents. So I want to see it hold the half hold the half dollar as support, come up to and get right over 275, meaning like now 275 is support, cuz I assume every quarter dollar, if not even something this low, every 10 cents even. So there's 250.
SPC.
But once I can tell on the level 2 that 275 is support, I got my finger on the trigger. I'm ready to scalp from 280 to 3. So we'll see how this sets up. It's a little bit extended on the 5-minute for me. The RSI is completely extended. I don't know if I'm going to be able to take a trade up here. But we'll see. It might go sideways right here and consolidate for a bit, which I want to see. Right? We got 2 topping tails on the 5 and the 1. So this thing needs to it could pop up and squeeze, it's early, the pre-market's wild, but like for me to be a trader on it, I need confirmation. So right now these candles are telling me that it's having trouble up here. PLRZ, yeah. I'm hesitant from 180 to 2, but I'm feeling more confident from 280 to 3, and we can get there quickly, So we're up 125 right now. VSTE is still up on. It's pulled a lot back, but that's one of the things I ask myself when I sit down in the morning, which technically right now is me first sitting down. 7 a.m. This 7 a.m. pop. This is the beginning of my day. Everything up to this point was just me gauging what kind of volume is about to come in, right? There's a lot of volume already. Already, it's before 7 a.m. We got 2 stocks up over 100%. That's one of the boxes that I like to check off first thing in the morning. Where's the SPY at? Where's crypto at? I think the fact that crypto is red this morning is going to bring more retail volume into this market. Here we go. Here we go. It's got a high float on Node Flow. Let's check ChatGPT. I don't know what I'm going to use starting Monday or maybe even tomorrow. I canceled my ChatGPT subscription. So,
Wolf.
And my Opus Pro.
Fucking WWLTRMTI FSLY 4 SOBR.
Can't take it.
OKLO.
This is gonna be one I have to let go to 3 without me. I don't like it. It's choppy up here. But usually once I see 80-cent print, and you guys see me every morning, that's like I push the button. But I promise you, I'm extra cautious on sub $2 stocks. This is technically not anymore, and there it is, 307. So I should have took it, but it's early.
Tall.
I've been a little bit too aggressive the last couple days and going red first thing in the morning. I'm trying to slow myself down a bit, right? There's gonna tons of volume, tons of more. I don't need to swing at everything, but that shout out to Big Don in here. I know he just caught some more with that one.
SHLT.
188%.
GMAB.
I should have took it. Oh well.
SVC. SVC REAX.
I would say at least 7, if not 9 out of 10 times I see the 80-cent level print in the montage, it will at least tap the whole dollar. If not, get up to, we hit 324 right there. So,
OKLO.
yeah. Another topping tail up here. We'll see. OKLO has got kind of a higher float for me. Seems to be moving well this morning. What's the headline? OKLO and Switch form a landmark strategic partnership to deploy 12 gigawatts of advanced nuclear power, one of the largest corporate clean power agreements ever signed. I know right now, I think Biden, before he leaves, he's trying to push a bunch of money out for like renewables and his agenda, certain shit he pushed. So I don't know what that sounds like. A good headline, right? But it's got a higher float, so I'm not allowed to trade it. I might. I gotta see how it moves. What are you guys getting for the float on OKLO? Yeah, you're gonna stick with this one, huh? Trouble. Usually when I miss something, it's up so much, it's hard for me to buy up here in the pre-market because I don't have stop losses. You know what I'm saying? So
FSLY.
But that's my goal, is for you guys to become more confident, to be able to execute and jump on stuff without me. I want you guys to be better than me. I'm not good at directions and rules and fighting impulses, and I know, especially when I was in the beginner, my ego, like I thought I was better than Ross Cameron, you know what I mean? So I'm hoping that you guys develop that same mentality, but with the proper strategy and tools and disciplines.
Maps.
Oh shit, I forgot I'm on YouTube. What up, YouTube? Did I not have? Oh yeah, you guys are here.
The olive oil my boss uses, they sent him like a hot plate. I don't know what it is. Is it a hot plate? Do you hang it? I think you put hot pots on it. You know what I mean?
Or was that just there to hang it on the display and it's supposed to? No, that's definitely not supposed to be hung.
No, it was a gift. It was in like a box as a gift.
It's got the cork back thing, right? Yeah, what do you think, chat? Oh no, this might be supposed to hung up.
It's a hot plate.
Oh, it's not a hot plate. Oh, it is. It is. Yeah, you're right. I think it can be both. I think it's supposed to be hung, and then you can. I don't know.
He was like, "You're a hoarder. Do you want this?"
There's 350. No, stop chasing this thing.
BTDR.
Green all the way. Good for you, Don. There's 380.
STNE.
All the way straight up to 4. So, sitting on my hands. Feeling FOMO. I'm feeling the FOMO. Going to 4. Yeah, it's already over.
LX.
I guess there's a delay in our chat.
BTDR.
There's just no entry for me. I fumbled it, so I don't want to buy the top. Fucker squeezing though, huh? Huh, boy? I'll catch the next one.
Galt.
Ooh, but yeah. Oh, you know what I'm not taking in consideration? Fuck. I should have known this. Oh my goodness. There was 1,000% intraday gainer yesterday. You know what? I skipped a step this morning again. Son of a
RVPH.
bitch. I'm not a morning person, and in the morning, I'm like, I convince myself not to do shit. I don't even want to stream. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't even be here
WW.
most mornings being disciplined. I haven't been able to be disciplined in 5 years. I'll spend some consistency a little while. And damn, I'm sore from yesterday. I probably shouldn't be doing these today. I gotta do pull. But
IHRT.
sorry, you guys probably don't want to see this shit. Fuck it. I'm trying to motivate people.
IHRT.
Wait till you guys see the results that I'm gonna get in a short amount of time. Cause I'm like 140 pounds right now, skinny fat, no muscle. But I don't care how I look anymore. Clearly, I want to feel a certain way. So anyway, I gotta get my blood flowing. What I wanted to tell you is that anytime there's a stock that makes that kind of move, it brings FOMO into the market the next day. So. That's why there's so many stock. There's why there's stocks up hundreds of percent already. This may go up 1,000% in the pre-market. I doubt it'll move that well in the who knows though, right? People are feeling FOMO this morning, and that's where this volume's coming from. Also, crypto's red right now. So any retail traders they got their shit staked and they're trading on leverage and they'll be more inclined to maybe come here instead of trading crypto today. So I don't know. We'll see. But that's got a lot to do with the volume this morning. I forgot. Look at NUKK, the move it made yesterday. And it might not be done. It made a new high this morning. So I don't know if this is a quantum name or exactly why it's moving. But when I tell you, usually when you see 1,000% intraday gainer, it brings a lot of FOMO to the market every time. I gotta start getting money in the morning again. Stop slacking. I gotta set my gym back up in here a little bit. I canceled my gym membership. What is the ticker? Which one? There's a couple moving, but PLRZ is I think what some people are green on this morning so far. Big Don. Also, keep on your radar. These are good plays the last fucking month, but I call them the Qs, the quantum computing names. There's like IONQ, QUBT, QBTS, been parabolic stocks. What's a good buy right now? That I don't know.
TNT.
Anything I would say, right? Stocks are going up, they're printing money again. You just gotta have a good entry and not get too greedy. You should do well, but it's hard to time the market. It's hard to know because they're manipulated and they're tied to current events and market cycles and inflation. I couldn't hear you on what people like today, the ticket. So I'm watching PL. Here. This is one that's up 220% in the pre-market, right? That I just fought. I don't know. I'm whatever. VSTE is another one that ran up all. PRZO, NUKK. This is our mover from yesterday. So it was $1.25 when we were on this thing yesterday. I caught a trade in it at the open down here. Went to work. This was 1,000% move. So and it made a new high this morning. So this may be a short squeeze that hasn't ended yet, right? That's about all I'm watching so far. And you can also go to a free website. Go to your favorite search engine and type in Benzinga pre-market movers, and it'll give you a list of anything gapping up. So hope that helps. Appreciate you guys being here. If you're not aware, I share my screen on YouTube. Previously Twitch, but I'm gonna save Twitch. I got a couple sponsorship offers from Twitch, but it's to play video
LITM,
games, and I don't. You got to hit like milestones in the game to get rewards.
LITM,
I don't have. I don't have. I'm not allowed to play video games.
LITM.
Here we go. That was a big move from a penny stock. 12 million in the float. What's the headline? Gotta be a headline. with that kind of
AEHR.
move. No headline. From 20 cents up to 60 right there.
SMR.
Not tradable for me.
SMR.
But that thing's now up 160%. Penny stock that you might want to watch here. This thing was 10 cents like 20 minutes ago. So LITM. No news. Don't know why it's moving.
GRYP. GRYP. GR. SMR. 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 RCKT. RCKT. KULR. RCKT. VOR. RCKT YPT KULR GRYP
Let me show you. QBTS is down here, right?
IRBT
QUBT. Let's look at IONQ because that one usually runs with them too. IONQ. No, this thing gapped down, huh? What else? But yeah, thanks for being in here. Sorry that I don't acknowledge you guys enough yet. I have a stream deck and a whole way, you know, soon I'll have it all combined. The chat will be in the win, you know. I take one step for it. Every time I try to move forward in OBS, I learn I gotta learn something new and add something new, like from stream elements to this plugin to that. It's just been every time I start trying to get shit done, I get frustrated and I just leave it alone. I bought that stream deck and didn't even plug it in for 3 months while I was streaming because I just kept getting frustrated, and only to find out it's really not that complicated. New tasks and routines and new puzzles are
TUYA
I think it's the ADHD.
TUYA.
I don't know if I'm dyslexic. All of the above. But performing new
TUYA
routines is challenging in the beginning. But yeah, appreciate you, Pork and Beans. I've been on TikTok for 5 years, and when I've only recently learned why I'm struggling over there, only to find out it's the same shit going on YouTube. Most of the interactions I get on YouTube right now are just bots. It has something to do with the crypto space in particular and trading. I'm dealing with the same, but for years I've been struggling on TikTok. Every time I load a video, there's 7 bot, now up to like 20 different other accounts who pretend to be me. They steal everything I load gets stolen and reposted 20 different ways, so that I don't ever get rewarded for views, for like even follow, none of it. So fuck TikTok. No offense, TikTok, but fuck you. This is for entertainment purposes only. Not you guys. I'm talking to like the platform and the way they operate.
Take it.
What's going on?
They both want this one fucking bone and they're gonna kill each other over it. Drop it. Thank you. You heard what she said? Sorry. PLRZ, huh? I'd like to see it come down to VWAP, but I can't trade it. I fucked it up. I sat on my hands the whole front end of the move. Now I'll be buying the top. Shout out to Big Don, who didn't sit on his hands. Retail traders going in 5 minutes. Hey, it's okay. It's just a neighbor. I mean, seriously. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, exactly.
OKLO
Hey! Rottweilers, you know?
Oh.
18, 17.
SMR.
Okay, so that's that.
LGMK.
Hmm. Looks like the SPY wants to finally correct.
AYRO.
Is the SPY finally going to
KULR.
correct down to its 200 like it tried to do back in, what was it, September or August? Oh, this isn't the SPY.
Dave.
This isn't the SPY. What up?
They found a body in the basement of Yellow Haven Hospital.
You sure it's not an old one? Is it the... That might be an old one. That was like years ago. Oh, never mind. That was the ceiling. Yeah, I don't know. PLRZ goes on.
No, that was a girl. She got killed.
Yeah, I remember that. OPTX. OPTX. No volume.
HYF.
Where are you from, Porky? Pork and beans. I know.
CGTX.
Pork and beans. I know. What? No, wait. That's... Maybe I'm thinking something. Anyway, moving on.
CGTX.
Sup, Supreme? What up, dude? Good morning. What's going on, my man? Where you at? What you about to get into? Crypto looks like a little pullback today, a little buying opportunity.
WW.
Is there?
It was a homeless person and they were squatting.
Oh, is it something to know, or is it just? I don't know. I checked. I didn't see any like headlines or nothing popping. It's just a normal
CGTX.
pullback. Scalping.
CGTX.
Nice. You do you watch Ross Cameron
CGTX.
Warrior Trading?
CGTX. CGTX. Tall.
I watch his content
CVM.
a lot. It's pretty much not all, but like the majority of what I've learned, or at least the directions I was pushed in, were influenced by his strategy and his content and his like how I learned about like offshore especially early in the beginning when I was only
TPG.
using Robinhood, but I wanted to get
EU.
better. I forget who recommended him to me. Somebody I was in prison with, but they were like, bro, you gotta watch this guy. I watch him every day. I'm a day trader now. I quit my job, blah 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 blah.
Leg. WW.
And I kind of shrugged it off, and then somebody else recommended, and then finally, like, I was like, you know what? Let me look into this guy, and I watched him. And
CGTX.
the first day I watched
CGTX.
him, he used to live stream. He used to do what I'm doing right now, and he would stream every
CGTX.
day
CGTX.
for at least a little while
CGTX. CGTX.
before the market opened. I mean, yeah, before the market opened, and then he stopped streaming as much. But I used to, so I watched him one day make like 100. I think he made like $250,000 one day live streaming, and I was hooked. I'm not chasing this penny stock that keeps getting $2. So maybe I should look at the moves these guys are making. I hate when the penny stocks run.
CGTX.
This thing got some legs in it too.
BTDR.
But I like XRP long term. I don't know how long it's gonna take to but I think now large institutional money can flow into
CGTX. CGTX. EX.
I think XRP will be what replaces Swift. So they're gonna, Swift handles 5 trillion a day now. I think XRP will do more than that because of what it allows these companies to now do. And not only is it going to help large institutions, this is going to help small businesses. So it's going to give them like a level playing field with like Walmart and certain
CGTX.
big companies that everything from credit card processing to you know, because people aren't going to be using credit cards anymore. Credit cards are going to be what's the past, and their crazy interest rates and all this.
CGTX.
Top line results phase 2.
PC.
Huh.
OKLO. X.
Fuck, I can't buy this.
CGTX.
I saw that too, man, and the wrapped version on Ethereum was trading at $10 yesterday, and it was a sub penny at one point. So I don't understand what's going on with that either. I tried to figure it out. It's supposed to be pay. I don't know if David Schwartz was trying to tell us something, or I don't know what the fuck going on with it, but I got a bunch of XRP in a cold wallet, and I'm just hoping one day I could bring that little hard drive into a business and walk out with some cash borrowed against it. You hear me? I don't want to sell them. I don't want to create a taxable event. I want to leverage my assets. So I don't know. We'll see. It's a commodity, right? So we'll see how much it's worth in 5 years. So, and my plan over the next 6 months is to take a lot of my earnings from trading and whatever's left over from my paycheck and buy more XRP and XLM and other stuff. So I'm gonna keep buying for a few more months, and at least until it's under its all-time high. Anyway, it's still at a discount, and then we'll see where it goes from there, or how quick it moves, or I'm grateful it's going on the last few years, because XRP should probably already be leading the market. So who knows? I don't know. But I did scalp NUKK yesterday. I caught it early, but then I had to go to work, so I wasn't able to capitalize on. I got in down here. I got a green trade on it, and then it went up 1,000% after I went to work. So. But we were on it early. We caught the news that broke. Did I write it down? It had no news. So that old adage. And I'm networking with somebody who's on their third bull run.
PETA. SMR. MTNB.
He's got Bitcoin. You know, this dude. I seen screenshots of his shit, and but basically he's telling me to get involved with Kraken. Put some of my earnings into some Bitcoin, stake my Bitcoin at Kraken, and Kraken will then give me money to trade with.
CGTX.
This thing's got a good headline out, so.
MTNB.
This might be the leading gainer in a couple more minutes. This was trading at $4 back in July, so if we can get over $1.17, you know, I don't see maybe up to I don't know where we go. We'll see. Let's work on $1 first. But it seemed there's a couple keywords in this headline that I look out for, but usually when I want to see top line results, endpoint on a phase 3 trial, but I'm assuming maybe they don't need the phase 3 trial because study results indicate study met its primary endpoint of safety and tolerability. So I don't know much about the pharmaceutical process, you know, other than like there's usually phase 3 trials. So 8 a.m. will host a conference to review the top line data. Is a clinical stage company developing drugs that treat neurodegenerative disorders announced top-line results from the exploratory phase 2, demonstrating products' strong therapeutic responses across behavioral, functional, cognitive, and movement measures in patients with dementia and Lewy bodies. The results from this exploratory
SMR.
Phase 2 trial demonstrated could have meaningful positive impact. So I think they still need one more trial though. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Not financial advice. Do your own research. Follow me on all channels. I'm on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Facebook. But even now, as much as I hate it, TikTok is my favorite program. It's the one I use the most. I've just come to the conclusion, and I won't ever make money from TikTok or Facebook or YouTube or any other, because it's not as it appears. Is organic. And when I tell you our social credit score is already in play, and we are no longer judged on our financial making decisions, but more our views, our political party, like our social circles. We're being judged on millions of data points and grouped together in certain ways that we're not conscious of, but I can see it. I see right through it. Mr. Beast, like all these people were all plants. So they string the carrot just enough to keep you going. You, whatever you're, whether that's the gun laws or the abortion laws or this story or that story, they are all stories, and they are always to keep us distracted from our purpose, myself included. So, because I think these algorithms and this AI is a lot more advanced than we're led to believe. We're now just getting access to like what they had 50 years ago. Google is getting a quantum computer now, right? And they created one. How long you think DARPA's had one already? Come on now. Where do you think those trillions of dollars that the Pentagon can't account for every year, where do you think it's been going? Huh? Anyone? Copy. YouTube, man. XRP, XLM, and HBAR will pay people. Yeah, I'm hoping. XRP will be cash. XLM will be gold and silver. HBAR will be T-bills. I don't know. I'm thinking like 100,000 a coin per XRP. That should be enough. Later, bro. Have a good day, man. I'll see you in the morning. Drive fast. Take chances. Just buckle up. It's the law. I'll tell you this. If my Subaru didn't have a ding that just won't ever stop, it doesn't ever stop after 20 dings or 100 dings, or it just will ding. I had to buckle up, and it's a good thing. You should be buckling up. I just skip steps. But yeah, I buckle up now. It's definitely worth it. Ever since I got hit by that car, and like my perspective on life changed that day. Because before that day, my ego always led me to believe, and life had always told me like I'll survive anything. I'll get away. I'll be able to react and jump out the way. Or, bro, it was a miracle, and I was traumatized from it. Nobody gave a shit either. Nobody wanted to talk about it. I was like, yeah, cool, whatever. So going to I'm like, what the fuck? To the point now, even still, when I'm anywhere near a road or the car, like I'm alert in a way like I never was before. You ain't gonna catch me slacking like that again, I promise you. And I'm not also convinced that in a different reality, that was the day I did perish. And I woke up in a new reality with no memory of it.
SATL.
So, there is like I don't know if I was knocked unconscious. I don't know how it happened. All I know is when like I came to, there was a big cloud of smoke everywhere. The path of destruction of right where I was standing, the telephone pole landed on my car. Another telephone pole got snapped in half, and the car was like 4 houses down, spun out in the neighbor's yard. I didn't even know it was a car for a couple minutes. I thought a bomb went off or something. It was just smoke and debris everywhere. Matter of fact, that video's pinned to the top of my page, and I was in shock. I was filming the whole time, like trying to narrate, because that was like my instincts, what I did on a day. But I didn't. I was in shock. I took the ambulance ride. They cut all the clothes. They cut all my clothes off. 50 people. There was 50 people standing around me, all touching me at the same time. And I'm like, I don't know what happened. I don't know. They're like, were you hit by a car or the pole? I'm like, I don't know what the fuck happened. Who are you? And I had cuts, bruises, a concussion, and I need shoulder surgery. I got some tears in my shoulder that the recovery is going to be so long. I was like, I can't. I'm not doing that right now. Like, I got my bicep, the only surgery I ever had, my bicep reattached to my elbow. I did it without narcotics. It wasn't bad, and it took me about 4, maybe 5 months before I could use my arm again. My shoulder, my doctor told me, is going to be like a shitty situation. Thank you for that, man. I'll see you tomorrow. You can buy crypto with. I know they got like, Russia has a crypto that's tied to gold, but yeah, these we're all, if you're in here right now, you are already a millionaire, right? We're just waiting for time to catch up. We're already sitting on a beach. We're already retired, right? Time isn't linear. We've already told the universe specifically what we want, so we're gonna get it. You got to be real direct with your thought process, what you want, what you're focused on all day. Just don't let Netflix distract you. Don't let the news cycles distract you. Don't let whoever was placed in your life to pull on those negative emotions, whether it's a family member or a boss or a landlord or a sister. There's something that was planted in your life whose sole purpose is to keep you miserable, but you feel in love or obligate, but once you understand how to not let anything outside of your control influence your emotional state, you will no longer be constrained to certain things. Doors will continue to open, coincidence after coincidence that you can't ignore. Maybe the first or even the second, third one, but by the fourth, you're like, God damn it, this is working. I ain't stopping now. You can't tell me nothing. So, and then you get slapped in the face by Jesus, who's like, oh yeah? Oh yeah? You thought you were the one? Let me move this mountain real quick. Drop it on top of your car and slow you down. He tried to show me quite a few times that car was going to cost me everything. He tried to take it from me quite a few times. And I couldn't get the idea until the last time. Even the last time, I could have got it back. I got the money to get it out of repo, and I was like, you know what? Why am I going to... I didn't have to pay it off. I could have just paid, and caught up. I had enough money to pay the whole loan off. And I realized I was so far underwater. I'm like, why? And I'm still going to owe... Like, no. I owed like $30,000 on my car that was worth like $15,000 now. I was like, you know what? I got an Audi now. I bought like a used luxury SUV, thinking it won't drive like an animal. I'm gonna drive slow and comfort. And did you scalp in UK? Why work when you can hustle? It's manipulated, so our plays are sometimes counterintuitive. So when I first started trading a couple years ago, coming up on 4 years, I don't know, 2020 or 21. Either way. When Bitcoin, I think, first broke up over 20, I was already day trading. I wasn't involved in crypto, but back then, my only goal was to not work anymore, right? I wanted to make enough money consistently to not have to punch a clock, right? And all of a sudden, the way life worked out, I quit one job, got fired. All of a sudden, trading was my only revenue stream. But as soon as that happened, I was no longer able to push the buttons the same. I started hesitating, started freezing, started holding bag after bag after bag. Because I wasn't yet ready mentally. Still now. That's why. So now I punch the clock full time. My priority is that job. And I trade around because for 4 years, I did it the opposite. I built my whole life around trading. I got a night job. Like I did everything I could so that Monday through Friday from the hours of 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. I sat in front of my computer for 2 years. It just so happened to be I was on unemployment. Like life just kept working out. But then when I had no other revenue than trading, I couldn't perform anymore. And I still struggle with FOMO, with
MNR.
doubt, emotions. It's emotions. I'm still learning how to control my emotional state, and it's challenging because you may find out, when it becomes real, if you were only gambling up to a certain point and now you have rules with a strategy, and you may find you were only gambling and getting lucky, and now that it's real and now that you have to be accountable, I wasn't able to perform, so I broke every rule.
OR.
I took, matter of fact, the day after I lost that job, I took 130 trades and blew up my account. So I traded emotionally. I went in the red. Matter of fact, I literally traded myself all the way out of the red to a positive P&L, but I wasn't conscious of my fees. My fees were so expensive that day, my commissions, that it still put me in the negative and blew up my account. So, and I lost the ability to trade in a direct. I didn't quit day trading, right? But I lost the ability that day to trade actively on a direct access platform. And I tried for the next 2 years to scalp and use Thinkorswim and use Robinhood and tried this and that. But because I couldn't trade what I had been practicing on, like the way I trade, scalping, I can't do it on Robinhood or Thinkorswim or any other platform that's not a direct access platform. And I found out the hard way. And so it took me 2 years until I was able to finally be in this position where I got money in crypto, I got money in an offshore account, I'm working full time, I got an apartment, I got a car. 4 years, I was homeless. And then in the end, not only was I homeless, I was out of money and I had no fucking job. So the construction company that I was working for, he closed. He went out of business and decided to start a new business. So I was like, shit, now what? I went from making $30 an hour cash under the table to zero. And when you're making that kind of money and you get 50, you're spending it as quick as you're making it because it's coming in. And that's how I live my whole life. Even till now, I'm not good at budgets. I'm not good at controlling my spending. My motto was always, I'm just going to keep increasing my revenue. And it all finally, the check came, and I failed. I fell on my face. I went from having $40,000 in revolving credit on my second car loan, 780 credit score. My 30, 60, 90 was perfect. Never been late. Never missed a payment. And I was showing income, and I was getting ready to qualify for a mortgage. And then all of a sudden, I had no income. And now I was faced with a decision. Do I go back and do what I know how to do, and so I can pay these credit? Because I know how to go out, and you ask me why I don't. Because I'm a criminal, right? And I got tired of suffering consequences for my actions, and I'm not willing to risk time anymore. So, because I was faced with that decision once again. What do I do now? Nobody was hiring me. Now I'm a convicted felon. I got all this working, but I got to eat. What am I going to do? And what I normally would do was go out and steal or sell drugs or, burglarize or rob, and I'm not even willing to even at least entertain ideas like as a backup plan. I would be like, all right, well, if this doesn't work, this is what I'll do. And I won't even entertain those thoughts anymore. Like it's not an option. So, I made a decision. I was like, fuck my. At the end of the day, I gotta eat. I gotta keep gas in the car. I had to come up with some new priorities, and the credit cards didn't cut the bill. And over the next 8 months, 14 revolving lines of credit got charged off my account and went into default and then collections. 14, right? So then at this point, I'm like, well, fuck, my credit's already ruined. and I'm broke, I stopped paying for my car. I'm like, fuck it. I sleep in my car every day. How are they going to repo the shit? It's literally on the job site with me, and then I go sit in it all night and sleep. They can't repo it, right? So I'm going to take all, and also this was because my insurance went from $220 a month to $800 a month. And I was like, I'm not paying that. But then I'm like, well, I got to have insurance. It's all digital now. So I went down to liability to keep my car legal and stop making my car payments. So I went 11 months, but by this time I stopped being smart and hiding my car, and they caught me slacking. And by this time I'm tired of sleeping in my car 2 years. So I sold a bunch of my crypto and started sleeping in hotels. And because I had money the whole time I was out there, I wasn't broke. I just couldn't find a landlord to work with me. And that's when my car got repoed, because I was sleeping in hotels. But that night, my whole story came to a head. I let the car, because I almost went to jail, almost died. I let them repo my car, and that was the same day my lawyer called me. So told me that my lawsuit's settled. And I'm sure on another timeline, I did either go to prison or worse. So it was only because I remembered my dog, who was living in the car with me at the time. I remembered she was up in the hotel, so I was like, fuck, I came back to reality. Cops promised they wouldn't arrest me if I came out. And I thought, they kept saying it, but I thought they were bullshitting me. And I wasn't willing to come out willingly. I was gonna make them work for it. Like, fuck it, if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna see if I could get away. And when I remember Jade was up there, I was like, fuck. Nobody knows where I'm at. What's gonna happen to my dog? And I all of a sudden remembered that I did have a reason to be here. And I'm grateful. She saved my life a couple times, so I feel like a peeping Tom. I don't know who you are talking to. I'll teach you about that. Do you know what to do now? Because even if we make crypto, they still want to tax it. Well, they're talking about no tax for NUKK is popping up. There's a way so even in the stock, they're called unrealized gains until you sell. But how do you get money out of a technology until you sell it and exchange it for dollars? Well, the same way wealthy people have been doing it for generations. They borrow against their assets. So if you own an asset, you can bring that asset to a bank, to a lender, to somebody, and leverage it. They're going to give you a loan against it. So now you get that asset's still earning interest, it's still increasing in value over time, but now you have access to equity. It's a loan, right? And because it's debt, you don't pay taxes on debt. So same thing with IUL, life insurance policies. There's a lot of financial vehicles that they don't teach us about. But yeah, you're not a peeping Tom, man. I'm just different. I process things out loud to myself. Chose to start sharing my processes with other people, but I talk to myself constantly, even when you guys aren't here. So there's that. Not like full on. Maybe sometimes. I don't know. I think my inside voice is outside. Like I can't think. I have to talk. Right? Just the same way I found out in my 30s, I can't read in my head. If I look at every word in my mind voice, I'm thinking about something else. I have to literally say every word out loud as I'm reading it, otherwise I don't retain the knowledge. I learn auditorily. A lot of people learn visually, not me. My eyes are doing something else than my ears the whole time. So I'm learning my gifts. I think we're all different in a lot of ways, and we're not told the truth about our history. So
CGTX,
yeah, that's what I've been saying this morning too. It's been. Thanks for my YouTube family. Let you guys see a little bit of this is basically the view TikTok gets right here. This is all they get. So, oh, you can see the phone right there too. That's TikTok. So thanks TikTok. I'm also sharing a couple different views on YouTube today. So, oh, this camera's not on, huh? Oh well,
PD.
whatever.
MR. SMR. 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 PTIX. RDFN. PTIX. CPIX. CLLS. CGTX. 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 Edit. SIGA. AEO. EKS. CCCC. Kappa. MAC. CGTX. 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 HRZN. UDMY. Kappa. IOVA. AEO. VGZ. CLYM. TDOC. CGTX. EOSE. HNST. SATX. CGTX. 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 SVM. IINFVIO 4 ICCLSGVIALCVILCRVIL GROY, EU. TRNR. RNR. TRNR. 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 KOPN. TRNR. IOVA. TRMD. AUS. PFICOMM. RDWH. PTPI. RDZN. OTLY. ARTVAR. MTVA. GPRO, SMR, SVM, BCATRNR, TRRR, TRRR, MTVA, MTVA, FL, MTVA, GT, MTVA, PSTV, MTVA. GPRO. Toro, NCX, VYX. MTVA, MTVA. Yay. Silo. QNCX. SMMT. ELE. AEHR, FLGC. MOBX. MTVA. CTNT. MTVA. MTVA. GSM. GRCLF. ELEV.
My mute's been muted that my mute's been muted. My mic's been muted that whole time. Sorry. You could hear the scanners and shit though. Even oh no, that was muted too. Wow. It was like oh no, that wasn't. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Good buying opportunity for crypto today. Maybe I should push a couple. I wish I had a few $100s laying around. I could just push into crypto and I wasn't sitting in crypto already.
OSCR.
I got it. But it's not.
BBAI.
It's already spent. And I'm like, should I push the electric bill off this month? Push it into crypto? I did that once already, matter of fact. And the money I made, I took out the profit, paid my electric bill with it, and had some stellar left over to hold for the moon now. But don't do that. I'm just broke, and I've been leveraging. That's why I stopped paying my car. I took that capital and I was putting it into crypto. The whole time I've been buying all year, last 2-3 years. My problem is I keep spending it.
It was too easy to spend. I could just send my money from my wallet to Robinhood, transfer it to my spending account, and tap my phone. And it gave me a credit card. I got a credit card from Robinhood too, or a debit
BBAI.
card. I got denied for the credit card. I gotta start building. I'm gonna have to get a secured
GSM.
credit card and really start over again. I just don't want one yet. I was gonna do it with Amazon, and I decided, you know what? I'm not in the market for
Okay,
anything
LL.
yet. But I didn't realize that my credit score would be tied to my insurance prices. I'm judged on it for apartments and things like that. I was only thinking home buying and car buying, like big loans.
Ecor.
I didn't understand it's fucking tied
BBAI.
to everything, dude. You're judged on it. But my thought process, like, I got felony. My paperwork's already bad. I'm just gonna hide behind a company one day. Everything will be under the company. But
BBAI. Okay, LL.
for now, and now I'm learning a lot of the stuff
AVPT.
that I was getting ready to try to pay off and take care of. It's gone. So I think that's just gonna screw me come tax season. Like it all got written off. So I'm pretty sure that's gonna show as income on my end, if I'm not
MLBS.
mistaken. But again, I just kept pushing everything to the back end, and pretty soon. Caught me. They finally caught me.
Okay, LL.
Alright, let me shut up. I talk too much in the morning. That's the problem. I gotta figure out how to trade and stream without just streaming. It's becoming too much of me. Shut up. Shut up. What is LAES doing over here?
LPTH.
LAES.
URGVA. RKT.
Yeah, I didn't get to trade today. Probably not a bad thing.
Wolf. COM.
A lot of shit moving now. I should have been hopping on shit, but I was playing scared today.
Wolf.
Wolf.
LPTH.
Thanks, Killed. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you, sir. I've been trading for a little bit. I've been paying my tuition now for 5 years, so I'm getting a 12-year degree, apparently. Getting better. We're watching LAES right now. PLRZ. TCBP just popped up. Penny stock that's up almost 200% in the pre-market here. TCBP.
NRXP.
There was a huge runner yesterday. NUKK was up over 1,000%. So we're gonna see a lot of volume and FOMO in the market today from yesterday. That's why all these penny stocks are ripping in the pre-market. We'll see how the market opens. I can't trade Toro today. I gotta get ready for work soon. So I came back on right now to end the stream. I didn't take any trades today. Not yet. Yesterday I got to trade until almost 11.
GT. UPWK.
So I kind of came with the same energy this morning. I wasn't trying to be too greedy too early, and in doing so, I ignored the market that was right in front of me. So whenever a stock goes up 1,000%, the pre-market's usually pretty active. And I failed to acknowledge that pattern coming into today. But stick with the trend of the market today. IONQ, QUBT, QBTS been awesome the last month, I would say.
NRXP.
Look for continuation today on NUKK, right? This was our 1,000% runner. It popped up and made a new high this morning, all right? So I don't think this move is over, and I believe this was a short squeeze that may not be done squeezing. So, pardon. So keep your eye on NUKK and look for
BCOV.
volume at the open for NUKK. I'm wrapping it up because I got to go to work at 9 a.m. I'm not even gonna be able to trade for the open. So, but I'm getting you ready for a good gap and go strategy. A lot of you already scalped the pre-market. You can run these scanners every day. I try to at least leave you guys with a way to continue doing what you're doing right now,
GM.
even though I'm leaving. So these scanners, you hear trade ideas and you hear Benzinga, right? You also hear a guy, whenever a news headline hits the wire, this guy will read it out live as it also hits the scanner sometimes. So it's a valuable tool if you're a scalp trader. If not, you could come to Benzinga. This will tell you anything gapping up, right? But when I go and where I get my scanners
RXP,
years ago when I
BTDR.
started, before I paid $200 a month for Dash Trader or money for trade ideas and OBA, like before I had all this shit, I found this on YouTube. There's 100 people watching right now because these are the same live scanners that you hear in my stream every day. The difference is they're delayed by a few minutes on YouTube. So go check out Precision Day Trading. Go get involved with the commentator. Star is a short bias trader. I'm looking for stocks that are going up.
CPRI.
He's looking for stocks that are up on their way
PTTIKHS.
down. So you get a
KRP.
good overall, market analysis if you start watching my show and then go end it over there. I don't get any money. I pay them. And I'm grateful for the
NRST.
service and the work that they do in this Discord, which is why I'm trying to share it with you as a beginner.
UPWK.
A way you can get started for free. You can download Thinkorswim. You could put on, all right? You see how it says on demand? You could turn on simulated mode and practice Ross Cameron's strategy, which is my strategy. You can start trading for free before work in the morning for a couple hours. Practice these strategies and become profitable before you ever risk any real money. If your goal is to put money here and to get lucky and to get rich quick and get easy, then you are a gambler. You should just download Robinhood and follow your instincts. But if you want to learn how to make money consistently every day, follow Ross Cameron, follow me, follow Precision Day Trading, and come get involved every day. We're here every single day. I'm sitting here doing the same thing. I got to end it here. Haven't taken any trades today. This thing's ripping right now. TCBP. Those of you with smaller accounts looking for big position size, go check them out. Like I said, go get involved with this community right now and listen to. He comes on about 9:15, and he'll tell you exactly what his strategy is going to be today. So again, Precision Day Trading on YouTube. And if you guys don't know who this guy is, he made $50,000 yesterday doing what I'm doing. I learned how to do what I do from watching this guy. So go check out Ross Cameron at Warrior Trading. Okay, he's got millions of subscribers. He's made millions of dollars. He does give a lot of it away for free. Understand, he's selling a curriculum that you can benefit from, but you shouldn't have to spend any money in the beginning until you can make some money. Then you can justify investing into your future and things like that. But go get involved. I'll be here again tomorrow, and appreciate all the love. Thanks, guys. God bless. Thanks, team. I'll see you in the morning. Don, good job today. Sally, all you guys. I'll be here in the morning. I got to go to work. I still punch a clock. 9 to 5. YouTube, The Realist. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out. God bless. Thank you, Ross.